Most people think the federal government runs this country, that it makes the decisions and the states fall in line. But that's not how our country was designed. The United States is not a centralized government, it's a voluntary union. A compact between sovereign states that chose to share limited powers for the common good. That power flows upward, not the other way around. The federal government was given responsibility for diplomacy, national defense, regulating trade, and protecting the general welfare. In return, the states agreed to work together under a central framework. That was the deal. But today, we're watching the federal government abandon its side of that deal. They're slashing food assistance and public health programs. They're dismantling disaster agencies like NOAA in the face of every increasing climate disasters. They are cutting, defunding, and closing all of the services the states look to the Fed to provide. And they're calling it waste, fraud, and abuse, when it's really just diverting the nation's wealth because they don't want to pay for what the country needs. They want to pay themselves. And yet, too many state leaders, too many Democrats, too many institutions are just accepting this. They act like the only option is to wait for the next election, as if this presidency is unstoppable, as if there's nothing the states can do. But that's wrong. The federal government has no army of its own. It doesn't run local law enforcement. It doesn't control public schools, or state courts, or state budgets. It depends on state cooperation to function. And if the federal government is failing in its obligations, why should the states keep cooperating without question? I'm not calling for secession, but I am saying this. If the president wants to claim absolute power, he should be reminded that this isn't a monarchy. And if the government stops governing, then the people, through their states, can say, no. This is not about stoking fear. It's about waking up to strength. Not just national strength, but your state's strength and your power to pressure it. If you want to stop the slide into authoritarianism, start where you live. Tell your governor, your representatives, your local officials. We see what's happening. We expect you to act. We expect you to protect us. Because this union is voluntary and its preservation is conditional. We will not consent to failure.